Okay, right. Hi, Rasheed.
Hi, how are you doing, David? Thank
I'm
you.
good, thank you. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, certainly. I'm I'm originally from Zimbabwe, born in Zimbabwe. I sort of spent my secondary education in Zimbabwe. I my training, my nurse training was there as well. I came to the UK. I did several post-basic courses and traveled to the Middle East, and then just went back and forth really, and that's been really my vocation, traveling as a nurse, really.
Okay, so why did you want to become a nurse in the first place?
Well, to be quite honest, I never ever thought I'd become a nurse. I never wanted to be a nurse. Uh, but of course, in 1976, I had to do my national service. This was in the then Rhodesia, and there was a war going on there, and so everyone before they went to university had to go to the army and do the national service. So I spent 2 years there, and I served as an army medic. And it's really my experiences in this area that attracted me to nursing. I didn't have the subject to become a doctor, I was too hopeless. So nursing was really the only thing I could do. And that's how I really ended up in nursing.
So, what's the most memorable experience you've had from your nursing career?
Well, throughout I was just calculating how long I've been working as a nurse, and it's actually been 39 years. So throughout that period, at various stages, there have been memorable events. So working in critical care in cardiothoracic ICU, where I spent much of my experiences, the pleasure was really caring for the cardiothoracic patient, seeing how they ventilated, and suddenly the next day how they recover. So there was great pleasure in seeing that. And in the last 5 years, I was lucky to be the director of nursing education. This was in Saudi Arabia. And as I look back today, I shudder to think how I managed that, being a director for 5 years and surviving.
So, what made you go into lecturing?
Well, as a nurse, of course, once you qualified as a nurse, you're spending your years in the clinical area. I did the ICU course, and then I did a short course in diabetes, the ENB courses in burns and plastic surgery nursing, the ENB 998 in teaching and learning and assessing clinical practice. And then, of course, you realize that these are just ENB courses, and at this stage in our lives, they really mean nothing. It's really having a degree. So I ended up doing my master's degree in clinical education. This was in Nottingham. And of course, after that, it was education that I had to go into. And now that I'm in this field of lecturing or facilitating learning, you still feel that you know nothing. And you think now, well, it's a new learning experience now.
I don't know about you, but I feel like the longer I've gone through my career, the more I realise that I don't know.
That's true. That's the way I feel, really, because you feel that in the 39 years of experience that you have as a nurse, I sometimes feel, well, what do I know when I really know nothing? Because everything's new every day.
So if you weren't a lecturer, if you weren't a nurse, should I say, what would you be doing?
Well, I think now when I reflect on what I would be best at doing, I feel, initially you always think you see the planes flying, oh, I'd like to be a pilot. But I know that if I was a pilot, the planes would all be crashing, so that's a bad idea. So I think really what I would do is I think I would be a good counselor, really, counseling people on their vocations, on what to do and why to go in a particular direction.
So do you have any hobbies, any interests outside of work?
Outside work, I used to enjoy playing squash, but eventually, as with the passage of time, your back gives in, your knees give in, and so you got to forget about squash. But table tennis is something I also enjoy. I enjoy playing. Otherwise, going to the movies, eating out in restaurants, watching action movies, and that's basically what I enjoy doing.
So how would your best friend describe you?
My best friends, I think honest, trustworthy, a team player, being able to communicate with everyone, just really being patient and doing the best to be able to make things work and get along with everyone. So even as a lecturer, really the most important thing is really getting along with the team that you're working with. And once you're able to do that, that's the most important thing, really.
Brilliant. That's brilliant, Rasheed. Thank you very much. Thanks for talking to me.
Pleasure.
I hope you enjoy the rest of this lockdown period, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
Bye.
Have a good day. Thanks. Cheers and bye-bye.